I'm going to share a real easy way to do ink smooshing using acetate. Hey everyone, it's Joy here and welcome to my channel. Scrapbook.com is hosting a Creative Kindness Fundraiser from Monday, March 24th through April 7th. Now, for a $35 plus donation, you would receive a special kit filled with awesome goodies. Each kit is valued at $68, and it will include 3 stamps, paper, 3 mini ink cubes, embossing powder, and sequins. Now, I'm going to be sharing what a kit could look like. You won't necessarily get these products in your kit, but I am going to make a card with mine. And I do want to say that all monetary donations received are going to help Creative Kindness to distribute their handmade cards to all of their partnering organizations, which spreads encouragement and joy to those, obviously, who need it most. Every $25 donated helps them send 250 cards to individuals who could use a little extra kindness. So your support is awesome. I'm going to have the links down in the description below that can get you directed towards all of these things, getting the kit, learning about the fundraiser and all of that. So look for that down in the description. And then let me get showing you what my kit has. Okay, so here is what came in my kit. Like I mentioned, you get 3 stamps. So let me just show you the 3 stamps here. This has a bunch of encouraging sentiments. I love that it's just like kind of this mini stamp. So like congratulations on your new home, retirement, your new baby, all kinds of things. So I think this is a really great stamp set to have in your stash. Here's another sentiment stamp set. Again, your kit could look different than this, so don't expect to get exactly everything that I have in my kit. But I love this stamp set. Again, tons of beautiful sentiments. I love how big they are. I'm going to be using that today in my card. And then here I've got all these beautiful butterflies and dragonflies and cute little bees, and there's a few sentiments on here, and I'm going to be using this stamp set as well. My paper that came in my kit, I have 10 pieces of this. These for my kit, again, could be turned into card bases if you score them at the 4 1/4, or you could cut them in half at the 4 1/4, and then you would have like 20 card panels. Then I got these beautiful pearls and gems, so I added those on my card. You got some sequins, gorgeous. And then there is, look at how pretty that is. There's stars in there. There's all kinds of fun little bits and pieces. I got some copper embossing powder. I think it's fantastic. And then I got 3 mini ink cubes. I've got Moss, Fruit Punch, and Intense Black. I'm just going to show you what these colors look like. This Fruit Punch is Reactive from Hero Art, so I'm going to use that one today, along with the black ink. I think this for Cards for Kindness is absolutely fabulous. I think this is a great idea for a fundraiser. You get a good amount of products and you get to help people out. So I just think that's a win-win situation. Okay, let me get to my project here. This is a really simple project, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you how to do some easy ink smooshing with acetate, and it is going to be so fun. Like I like this better than ink smooshing on my work surface. So I used my Hero Arts Fruit Punch Reactive ink. I spritzed it with water, and here is I guess the biggest reason for using the acetate is I can see where I want to put these pieces. Not that I need to control everything, not pieces, ink, excuse me. Not that I need to control everything, but you know, sometimes you might want a certain color in a certain area. And so when you're ink smooshing on your work surface, you can't always see that. So, I mean, you could start off doing that on your work surface and then bring in a piece of acetate to get certain colors in certain spots, you know, however you want to go. But I just love that I could see what I was doing, and I felt like I could just do it a little bit better. I just dabbed off a little bit of the extra water and used my heat tool to dry it. And I'm going to add a little less water this time to my acetate piece because I want that fun pink color to be a little bit darker in some of the areas. So I'm just going to press that down. And then I'm going to use my heat tool again to dry that in between each one. And then from my stash, I'm going to bring in Salvaged Patina Distress Oxide ink because I wanted to bring in a little bit of turquoise. I think that'd be so pretty with this fun pink color. And I'm going to add that a little bit. Now, right in the middle, you can see it got a little muddy because I didn't dry my background quite good enough, but I was able to dab that up. Let's take a look at this closely, and I'm going to show you where I added those darker pink areas. And just that little bit of Salvaged Patina looks so pretty to me. Okay, in my MISTI, I am going to stamp my butterflies. I'm putting my sentiment in the place as a placeholder because I'm going to stamp that separately and trim that out. But I don't want to cover up my butterfly. So I'm just, again, using it as a placeholder, kind of getting an idea of how I want to lay out my butterflies. I'm using 2 of the butterflies from my stamp set that I got in my kit. I'm using my black ink that I got. And I love mini ink cubes. I mean, I love full-size ink, but I feel like I can get more ink if I have mini ink cubes because I like to collect ink like I like to collect paper. So mini ink cubes means I can have more. I'm going to ink these up a couple times. I want a really good, sharp, crisp image, but look at how pretty those are against that background. So, you know, again, this is a simple card to put together that really you could kind of mass produce fairly easily. You could just have your card panels and have your butterflies in a certain position. That first position I had those 2 butterflies in, you could stamp multiple card panels, then move your butterflies, then you could stamp it again. I mean, like, it really could work. Those smooshing ink backgrounds really are very quick, and you don't even have to dry them in between. If you're doing multiples, you can just put it aside and let it dry. If you have to hit it with a heat tool for a second, by the time you're back around to the first one, it is already going to be mostly dry anyways. I did not use a lot of water, and I did use scrapbook.com's white mixed media cardstock. It is super thick and it's meant for things like that. So I love that cardstock. They have lots of sizes. They have 12 by 12, 6 by 8, A2 size. I have them all because they are just absolutely amazing. All right, I'm going to get my last butterfly stamped up here. I'm just using my magnets to hold my paper down. I've got my black ink and I'm going to stamp that. I did trim this down 1/4 of an inch on all sides before I did my stamping. I'm going to stamp my sentiment with the black ink. This I'm going to trim out with my paper trimmer and add this to my card panel. If you did not want to do this separately, you could have just stamped it when you stamped the butterflies because, again, I put that in place as a placeholder so I didn't put butterflies in the way. So you could actually do that all at one time and you would not have this step if you were going to, you know, mass produce. I'm going to do a little bit of splatter. I smushed my Salvaged Patina on my work surface. I just spritzed it with a little bit of water, and I'm just going to do a little splatter on the background because I love splatter. And I want to see a little bit more of this kind of aquamarine color. So look at all that splatter. So pretty. I'm going to dry that really quick, put that aside. And I am going to use that paper for my card panel that came in my kit. I'm going to bring in some of that blue. So inking the edge with Salvaged Patina of my sentiment, I will use some scissors now that my background is dry, and I'm going to rough up the edges. These are the titanium scissors from scrapbook.com. You guys, I love these because adhesive does not stick to them. And as much as I use foam adhesive, I cannot be dealing with trying to get my scissors unstuck from it. So if you're someone like me who cuts a lot of adhesive, these are the scissors. So now that I have those edges roughed up just a little bit, I'm going to do this just in some areas on my sentiment as well. And I'm leaving the edges white. I'm not going to add any ink to it because this is going to be on top of that blue paper. That's going to be my card panel. So you'll really kind of see the white edges of the paper, which I think will be really pretty. I'm using 2mm foam adhesive strips for my sentiment because I love to have dimension. So I'm going to pop that up and put that in place where I did not stamp my butterflies. I think that background turned out so pretty with that acetate. I feel like you can just see what you're doing. Okay, now I'm going to add 1 millimeter foam adhesive rolls. This is an inch wide behind my panel. I scored my paper at 4 1/4 so I could make my card base. So this is an A2 size card base, which measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to place this right in the center. I love that against that blue. I think that's so pretty. Then I want to use those pearls and gem stickers. I'm going to use the blue gems, and I kind of want to follow the flying pattern of the butterflies. I'm going to use one of the largest blue gems, but I'm going to use the small and medium size. I tend to like those better. And these already have adhesive on the back, but if you really wanted to make sure they stayed, if you were concerned about that, you could add a little dot of glue, but I really never had a problem. So I'm using my Pick Pro tool, and Cody from scrapbook.com on one of the lives was talking about this plastic end, because it comes with a pointy, you have your end, the little sticky end that grabs, and he's like, I use this end for my gem stickers, and I'm like, duh. I need to be using that. I have 2 of these. I actually 2 or 3 of these Pick Pro tools because I like to use all the ends. So that's a fun tip from Cody from scrapbook.com. It really works nicely. I'm just going to get these in place. This always takes me a long time because I feel like they just need to be in the perfect spot. And maybe I think too much about it, but that is done. And look at how pretty that card is. I mean, really super simple card that doesn't take a long time, but is absolutely stunning. Okay, guys, check down in the description for the links for this fundraiser. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching, and I hope you have a great day.